Hello, reader. Thank you for reading my piece and especially for listening to my voice note if you are. And it's been so delightful to write down this recipe and share it with the world because honestly, I have always been really elusive and shy about sharing recipes. Whenever someone asks me to tell them a recipe, I rarely know how to respond because my relationship with cooking, which is about a decade or longer, is very feminine and very non-linear, very much led by intuition. I love I love I love it the most when people tell me these orally narrated recipes, especially my elder relatives and my aunts, my grandmothers, because there is no exacting measurement to follow and everything is a little mysterious and unspecific and very much like a riddle. And I think it's so beautiful how dishes shapeshift over generations. I have always identified more as a kitchen witch rather than a cook. And I just can't get myself to write down exact methods and precise measurements. And I like to do away with rigid structure when it comes to cooking because I feel like cooking and the kitchen has always been a very instinctive and intuitive space for me. And it's much like a creative practice, like finger painting, where you just have fun and you don't really care about the goal. And the kitchen has always been a sacred space, a resting place, and a nourishing place for me, not just in the tangible way, but also for my creativity and my productivity. Whenever I feel like replenishing my sacral reserve, whenever I'm creatively blocked, even when I'm creatively thriving, I love to cook. I also love to cook when I need to write something that isn't flowing, or I need to untangle my thoughts, or just unblock some idea whenever I'm stuck in a creative project. And I feel like we are so lucky, so many of us in the current generation as women, to redefine and reclaim our relationship with the kitchen. We are finally coming out of the cultural age that told us that anything associated with traditional femininity is bad and should be ran away from. I feel like every human being, regardless of gender, can derive so much magic from this very ancient human practice of just crafting your own nourishment and nurturing others with the nourishment that you craft. And as a woman, it is especially one of the most healing things that I have done for my feminine energy by just embracing cooking and working with my shadows around cooking. Why working with why I used to think that cooking instead of working, for example, is an inferior activity. I think there's so much for all of us to unpack when it comes to going into the kitchen. There's so much feminine shadow work waiting there to be discovered by us. So I hope you enjoy this piece, and I would like to share an interesting little backstory. I go on and on about how my Amuma was really practical and no nonsense and quick to get her kitchen work done and just get out of the kitchen. But one thing I forgot to mention in my writing is that my grandfather was so passionate about cutting and chopping vegetables. He was obsessed with like ensuring that every little piece of vegetable that he has peeled and cut to help her is in perfect symmetry and size with the other piece. And he would meal prep everything for her, and then she would waltz into the kitchen like a head chef and just get all the cooking done. So, yeah, all of the cooking in my mother's house growing up with my grandparents was a collaborative effort. And I think that's really precious and beautiful. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this piece. And I have been cooking so many recipes from this book. It is such a gift and such a gem of a curation. And I hope you have a lot of fun with all the recipes in here for many years to come.